Hi everybody, welcome inside the Richfield Arena for this afternoon's game between St. Louis Park and the Academy of Holy Angels. Here on the Catholic Sports Network, I'm Patrick Lilia alongside Brett Johnson, my double duty crew member this afternoon with the production and the camera. St. Louis Park coming in, another successful season developing for the Orioles coming off of last year's success, while Holy Angels looking to put a little dent in the Orioles season. Both teams getting set to break the huddle, getting set for the opening face-off. Richfield Arena, beautiful arena. It reminds me a lot actually of Heritage Arena up in Duluth, minus the murals, if you're familiar with that arena at all. We finally get set for the center ice face-off. Jack Knapp taking against Luke Mobley. And we are underway from the Richfield Arena. St. Louis Park controlling the face-off, now sent back across the red line by the Stars. In puck battle along the far side boards, each team kind of passing it back and forth like a hacky sack as now the Orioles dump it down into their offensive zone. Played behind the goal by Luke Miller, the Stars goaltender this afternoon. As play moves up into the far side corner. And coming out with it with a long shot on goal, high over the top of the net, is Sam Baker for the Orioles. And here come the Stars back the other way through neutral ice. They'll dump that one down all the way in. Playing it around the Oriole net. Now held in on the near side by Stephen Blauert. And that one sent in on goal. And we'll have a stoppage with 16:09 to go here in the first period. No score. Got a late start this afternoon. Junior varsity game running a little bit behind schedule. So thanks for being patient with us. Face off to the left of the goaltender Rash. It's won by the Orioles. They'll play it toward the back of their net. Got by the Stars, though, to create some chaos behind the net. And coming out and trying to center it, but it's deflected, still loose out front. Now poked back toward the near side boards, and now here come the Orioles back the other way. Sam Berry way behind the Stars net. Stars will come back toward the neutral zone, but then held back in nicely by Jonathan Sorensen, the leading scorer for the Orioles. Comes in today with 15 goals, 11 assists. Again, the Orioles able to hold it in, send it back down into the corner. That's played down there by Jack Hendrickson. Now sent up to the far side, played around the Stars net. The Orioles looking to put some pressure on in the offensive zone. Stars push it out to center ice. Into the offensive zone is Owen Newfarth, but he has that one poked away, sent back down into the neutral zone, banked off the near side boards. Orioles play it in their zone. They bring it up through center ice. That one sneaks through. With a shot toward the net, that goes wide. That was off the stick of Avery Pittman. Now sent all the way back down once again. Orioles playing it behind their net. Connor Johnson will get tied up in the corner. Stars looking to come out with it. They will. They'll get an opportunity in the offensive zone, possibly. They take it away again, reverse direction, come back to the near side. It's banked off the far side boards. Now the Orioles send it out back to center ice. Would have been a little bit of a 2-on-2 act, and then that shot goes wide. Into the corner, that one off the stick of Mobley. We're going to have a penalty coming early on here. It's going to be a trip. And the Stars will good. An early power play, less than 3 minutes into the game. 2 shots on goal for St. Louis Park. Pittman gets the gate for the hook. Coming at 2:46 of the first period. First power play for either team. Orioles will play the face-off around their net. They'll come out to center ice. 1-on-2 is Sorensen. Sorensen working his way through. Sorensen with a shot that slides through the blue and up into the corner. Good work by Jonathan Sorensen, generating that shorthanded attempt for St. Louis Park. Stars back through the neutral zone. Sorensen doing a good job tying up Mackie Zabinski. Let's move along the near side boards. Poked out toward center ice. Bangs off the stick of Newharth into the corner. Stars still with it down in the corner. That one taken away by the Orioles. Here's Sorensen through the neutral zone. Tried to get it up to Mobley, but had it poked away. This one sent in down on goal, shorthanded. That'll be effectively a clear there. 1:06 to go on the power play for the Stars. 13:20 to go first period, no score. Pushed up into the corner on the far side to the left of Miller. Banked off the near side boards, then held in by Brendan Ryan of St. Louis Park. Stars trying to spring something through the neutral zone, but that pass goes off a skate. Riley Zhang sends it ahead for the Stars into the offensive zone. Spencer Sandy playing it behind the net. Stars at the high point, but that one slips back into the neutral zone. We'll have to reset. Zangs will get it up to Jack Knapp. No one able to be sent in. Banked off the far side boards. 12 seconds now remaining in the penalty. A good job by the St. Louis Park penalty kill, I should say. Springing into the offensive zone, and then with a shot on goal, that's loose, and then stopped and held onto by the goaltender Miller. It was Willie Basil who got in there, let that shot go. And there was a rebound briefly. Miller able to get on it. Face off deep in the Holy Angel zone with 2 seconds remaining in the power play. 12:19 to go in the period, no score. Face off with Mobley and Eric Clough. Rolled by the Orioles. They're back at full strength. There's a shot on goal, stopped and held on to by Miller. Blake Nudiker. Taking that shot from the far side boards. Another face-off. One controlled by Holy Angels. They'll bring it around behind their net. That one goes off a skate, trying to get it up toward the neutral zone. It's played behind their net by Alex Coleman. And they do come into the neutral zone with Clough. Clough knocked off the puck, though, as he gained the blue line. Orioles will play it in their zone, try to get it towards the neutral zone. They do. Then sent down in deep by the Stars once again. Orioles playing it behind their net. To bank it off the near side boards. Held in by Peter Laird. Now the Orioles back the other way into the offensive zone. 2-on-2 with a shot on goal. That goes high over the top of the net. That one coming off the stick of Jack Wanamacher. Continuing along the far side boards in the Holy Angel zone. Sorensen will try to get it behind the net, but he was beaten to it by Coleman. Coleman sends it down into the corner. Play continuing up into the far side corner now as the Stars come toward the neutral zone. The red line then sent in deep by Laird. Orioles will play it behind their net. And the Angels trying to, for the turnover in the zone, almost got an opportunity there, but that was off the stick of Griswold into the neutral zone. Stanley Angels back in with speed. Centering feed, though, was behind Freddie Makiaki. He couldn't get a handle on it, and it goes back into the neutral zone. Here's Makiaki. That one goes off the skate of a St. Louis Park player. They try to spring Mobley the other way, but that one was just out of his reach. Orioles playing in the near side corner in the zone. Here come the Stars back the other way. That one intercepted and held in by the Orioles. It was a shot that goes wide. Good work there by Shea Pekarik. Made the steal, then put the shot, but that goes wide to the end boards. Along the far side, Stars with it. Sent out into the neutral zone. No icing. We played behind the net by Pekarik. Pekarik will reverse direction. And look to spring Sorensen the other way, but the pass gets knocked down. Now here's Sorensen. He'll come in the other way as a couple of Holy Angels players collided, but Sorensen, a good job to catch up to that one by Mitch Hendrickson. He knocked Sorensen off the puck. The Angels now playing it in their zone. Looks like the Orioles just trying to get Sorensen sprung for an opportunity. Holy Angels able to fend off that one as well. Sorensen working hard. That'll be something that the Stars will definitely have to be wary of throughout the game as the Orioles push this one into the neutral zone. Stars possessing it now for the moment and then push down into the corner. We played around the Holy Angels net. Centering feed cleaned up by the Stars. Dump it down into the zone, just out of reach of Zabinski. Orioles will send it back into the neutral zone. It'll be flipped up off the near side board, far side board, still in the neutral zone, now dumped into the near side corner in the St. Louis Park zone. Orioles looking to break back the other way as that one's knocked away by Bridgman. Bridgman able to send that one back into the corner. The Orioles catch up with it. They'll try to play it behind their net as a hit put on behind the net. Banked off the far side boards, winding up for a blast into traffic was Coleman. That one goes well wide into the corner. That one thrown in on net and Rash covers up. 8:31 to go in the first period, no score. And will be credited as the first shot on goal for the host Stars this afternoon. Five to 1 in favor of St. Louis Park in the shots on goal department. St. Louis Park off the face-off. It was loose out front. Rash able to get down on his legs to cover that one up. Still loose now in the corner on the far side. St. Louis Park up to the neutral zone. Now sent back down into the St. Louis Park zone. Knapp in the corner. He gets tied up, but there were a couple of separate collisions. Louis Park looking to come back to the neutral zone. They do. That one trying to get up to McCabe Dvorak. Dvorak pokes that one down into the corner. Battle along the near side boards. Now sent out into the neutral zone where St. Louis Park will reset with Pekarik. Pekarik trying to get that one ahead. That one comes in onside and St. Louis Park will change. Stars in their own zone. Try to get it through neutral ice. That pass just out of reach of Caden Phelps. The Orioles back into the neutral zone. Stars will bank it off the near side boards, and then the Orioles will send it in deep with Sorensen. Now sent down into the near side corner. Stars possess it along the far side boards. We'll get it out into the neutral zone. But Barry will have it there for St. Louis Park. And sent back toward the Holy Angels blue line. And sent into the Holy Angels zone. Coming through center ice is Blauert. Blauert knocked off the puck and will go up into the netting. 6:47 to go in the first period, no score. Not really any good scoring chances for either team. Jonathan Sorensen generating a good opportunity, but was knocked off the puck on a nice recovery by Mitch Hendrickson before Sorensen could establish himself in the offensive zone. The Orioles look like they're just trying to get somebody sprung on the back end of things as they'll bank this one off the near side boards. Will stay in the St. Louis Park zone. The Angels able to hold the zone 3-on-2 if they hurry. Centering feed intercepted by the Orioles. They'll bring it back out to neutral ice. Into the offensive zone they come, trying to get that one ahead to Pekarik. That one thrown in on net. That deflects up off the end wall. Play continues in the far side corner. Sent back around toward the back of the net. And the Stars able to get a clear out to neutral ice. And then that one dumped in deep. Wanamacher able to avoid contact with the puck and avoid the offside call. 5:51 to go, first period, no score. Play moves down into the St. Louis Park zone. That's a shot on goal, saved by Rash. Orioles able to poke that one back out to center ice. Able to catch up to that one is Basil. Basil will send it in for Sorensen. Sorensen shot on goal, saved by Miller. Puck is still loose, and now it'll be covered up. Oh, Jonathan Sorensen definitely making his presence felt throughout this first period for St. Louis Park. He gets another shot on goal. Looked like a difficult save for Miller, but he's able to knock it down. Puck played with a high stick, and we'll have a face-off deep in the St. Louis Park zone. 5:27 to go in the first period. Face-off to the right of Rash. Louis Park will control the face-off behind their net. They'll bank it off the near side boards. Holy Angels able to hold it in. They play behind their offensive net. And then thrown in, that one blocked. That was Coleman who tried to get it to the center of the ice. Here comes St. Louis Park back into the zone, 3-on-3. Nice job by Coleman to tie up his man. Sent around the back of the net. Along the far side boards, Orioles able to hold possession. No look to center it down low, but it's blocked and knocked out of there. Orioles, though, able to hold the zone. Sent along to the near side boards by Basil. To be held in on the near side by Sam Barry. Send it up to the left circle. Again, able to be held in by Pekarik. Pekarik with a shot on goal. That's kicked aside with the pad. Now out into the neutral zone, down into the St. Louis Park zone. To get it is Mobley. Mobley will play it around the net. We'll bank it off, trying to get it to Mobley. Almost a major turnover in the defensive zone for St. Louis Park. Here's Mobley, and Mobley, puck is loose out front after the rebound. Well, the Stars back into the neutral zone. Hit out front, just in front of us, as it's back into the Holy Angel zone along the near side boards. Stars will bring it back out towards center ice. Well, Mo's got the opportunity to spring Spencer Sandy the other way, but the puck just off the end of the stick on that wobbly pass. Orioles back the other way into the neutral zone. Send this one in deep. That's Blake Nudiker. Nudiker takes that puck away, centering feed, blocked and sent back to the end wall. The Stars playing it along the far side boards, but taken away once again by Sorensen. Sorensen gets tied up. Centering feed, but out of everybody's reach, winding up for the blast into traffic. Was off the end wall. Sorensen now with it for St. Louis Park. He'll push it down further into the corner. Orioles able to hold it in. Winding up for a blast on goal. Puck is loose from the rebound. Sorensen in the near side corner now. He'll come out with it. St. Louis Park able to hold the zone with Dvorak. Dvorak with a shot into traffic, blocked, and this one sent all the way down. Will not go far enough for an icing, so the Orioles will have to play it. Sent back into the neutral zone. And sent in deep by Henry Bitter. The Orioles back the other way into the neutral zone. It's Brendan Donahue. Rather, I apologize, that's McCabe Dvorak. Dvorak, though, knocked off the puck. His play continues along the near side boards in the St. Louis Park offensive end. Good work. That one hits the post. There was Brenton Ryan who came away with that one. Shot off the post. We'll have a stoppage of play following that. 2:26 to go in the first period. No score. Well, the Angels with one power play. St. Louis Park about to get their first power play, as Nick Humans will head to the penalty box. We'll face off to the right of the goaltender, Miller. Face off sent down into the near side corner. St. Louis Park coming out of the corner with it. They'll look to set up with Mobley. We'll get it back down to Wanmacher. Wanmacher with it once again. Back up to Mobley up high. Going toward the center of the net, but it was tipped away and taken by Bitter. He'll push it down into the corner. Bitter will get a clear all the way down. St. Louis Park will have to play it out of their defensive zone. 1:24 remaining in the penalty as Angels will get another clear. Orioles playing it behind their net. Moving it into center ice, and then here's Sorensen on the near side. He gets tied up but comes through it. Sorensen in with a shot on goal, saved and held onto by Miller. It's a soft little backhand flip. That's again a little bit more difficult of a save than one may have thought initially. 12th shot on goal for St. Louis Park, just 3 for Holy Angels. But Miller standing tall. Hasn't let anything past him yet. 12 of 12 on save opportunities. Faceoff will come to Miller's right. Basil taking the faceoff against Jack Knapp. Pushed down into the corner. Orioles come out with it. They'll bank it up to Dvorak. Dvorak will get it up high. Thrown toward the center of the ice area, but it's flipped down into the corner. Angels trying to clear, but can't do it. Dvorak back with it along the near side. Down to Brenton Ryan, who hit the post a moment ago. Dvorak with a shot into traffic that goes wide off the end wall. Less than a minute to go here in the first period. 30 seconds remaining in the St. Louis Park power play. Have to get something in the middle in traffic, and that's cleared out by Holy Angels. 20 seconds in the power play, 43 seconds in the period. Holy Angels back at full strength in 13 seconds. Orioles playing it in their zone. Sorensen with it now. Sorensen chased down. He'll have to bank it off the near side boards. 25 seconds now in the period. The penalty is over. Sorensen into the zone as he sends it toward the near side. There's Holy Angels the other way with an opportunity to shot on goal that goes off the end wall high. Here comes St. Louis Park, possibly the other way, except they didn't get the clean pass. It could have sprung one of those attackers. That'll bring us to the end of the first period. The golden chance possibly for the Orioles, but just couldn't get the crisp passes that they needed to make it happen. So we'll go to the first intermission here at Richfield Arena. Holy Angels and St. Louis Park tied at 0. 12-3 shots on goal in favor of St. Louis Park. You're watching the Catholic Sports Network coverage of Holy Angels hockey. We'll be back for the second period in a little bit. Don't go anywhere.
AHA Way started at Holy Angels in about 2009, and we were working with the Top 20 program at that time. And it has the premise of making things better. Are you somebody, are you the 20% of the population who operates above the line, or are you the 80% that wants to go below the line? We ask kids to be top 20 in their actions, deeds, and words.
It's funny how the thought of that can make some...
It's like 4 different parts, and communicating you matter, being part of the solution, to honor the absent, and to help each other and ourselves succeed. Here at Holy Angels, I'm a part of a club that's Students Assisting Students, and it's a club where if another student is having a bad day, whether they be one of my friends or somebody that I don't really know, they're able to go to the nurse and ask to talk to me. And through that program, I feel like I've grown a lot with the school because I've had freshmen that I barely know SAS me, and I've had some of my best friends SAS me. I feel like that kind of program helps ingrain the idea that you matter at this school and somebody's always going to be there to help you.
I think students really do care for each other and about each other. I see that in how they laugh with each other, they talk with each other, help each other in the commons before, after school with homework. I see it out on the field in terms of how they interact with each other as teammates. I think our staff has really taken it to heart in how they interact with students and how they live that out on a daily basis.
The culture in the school is based on helping others, helping each other achieve. Academy of Holy Angels is a college preparatory school, and kids come here to learn, and it is a rigorous environment. So when you help others and yourself succeed as a student, you're helping one another learn in an environment that is conducive to rigorous learning. And that permeates the environment in the way that you matter, or you're part of the solution, or you're honoring the absent. Everybody helps everybody be better.
I'm proud to be part of this institution and part of this program. It makes us unique. I don't think it's something that other schools can't achieve, but I'm glad that we were willing to take that risk and that we are able to live that out and be a role model for some other schools.
To me, Holy Angels is home.
The reason I came to Holy Angels is because I spent a school day on campus and felt welcomed right away.
I was one of the only kids coming from my class, but within the first week, I made friends from all over the metro.
At Holy Angels, we're a family.
We're friends with everyone.
Whether you come from the Twin Cities
or China.
At Holy Angels, everyone's a star.
Stars on the court!
Stars on the field. Stars in the classroom.
Stars in our church!
Stars on the stage.
And stars in our community!
At Holy Angels, there's more than 70 activities to choose from.
Want to get involved? No problem.
I'm the varsity football kicker, and I'm also on the Knowledge Bowl team. I'm the soccer team, and I play hockey as well.
Cross country.
Theater.
Alpine skiing.
Robotics.
Volleyball.
Harry Potter Club.
Basketball.
Bowling.
Speech.
Choir.
Writers Club. Math stars.
Hockey. Dance.
Soccer. Dance.
Golf.
Swimming.
Trap shooting.
Track. Tennis. Softball.
Lacrosse.
Table tennis.
Football.
Holy Angels, we have small class sizes.
Teachers know your name.
The coaches will definitely push you. They're always trying to make you a better player with your teammates.
And that's on you guys.
It's just so much fun because the coaches really work you hard.
Focus on the task.
But you're also having like the greatest time of your life out there on the field.
You'll actually help people.
You'll grow in your faith.
You will be a star.
And we'll cheer for you!
I want you in the class of 2022.
I want you in the class of 2022.
I want you in the class of 2022.
Because at Holy Angels, we can be stars together.
By coming to Academy of Holy Angels, the environment is different because we are Catholic. I think we have a lot of people in society that know about Jesus, but maybe don't know him in an intimate and personal way. And I think having theology and a Catholic school enables us to really speak to those relationships and to give the students the space and the opportunity to encounter Christ every day and to incorporate that into their lives, whether it be through prayer or learning the academics about the faith. I think it gives them that opportunity to take ownership of that faith and to figure out how they can live that in the world today. I guess my philosophy is that I want my students to know that I know them and that I care about them, and when they walk into my classroom that they're loved. And I think that's the foundation for all of theology. And once we have that, we can dig in a little bit deeper and have a safe place to ask those questions, to push back and say, I'm not sure if I believe this, or why does the church teach this? And have that environment set up in a classroom so students are comfortable doing that, and that creates a really great learning environment for talking about these things that are deeply personal, especially in the teenage years with so many differing places of development. It creates that space to have those conversations. I think it's really exciting to accept students wherever they are in their journey and to walk that journey with them. And I find it really fulfilling at the end of the day when a student makes a new discovery or is excited about an aspect of faith that they didn't know before, or a student says, thank you for helping me find God.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Richfield Arena. No score between Holy Angels and St. Louis Park after the first period. 12-3, St. Louis Park has that tremendous advantage in shots on goal, and they got a lot of good work from Jonathan Sorensen. He was working both ways in that period with steals and shots on goal, generating opportunities for the Orioles, but unable to find the back of the net on any of them. Second period underway. Stars possessing the face-off, bringing it up the near side. It is Henry Bitter. He'll play it down into the corner, and as it goes around the St. Louis Park net. Still loose in the Stars zone. That one not able to be held in, so that's an offside as Sandy touches up on the far side. Face-off outside of the St. Louis Park blue line. So despite that 12-3 shots on goal, the pace of play was much more even than that shots on goal number would suggest. Stars playing some good hockey at both ends of the ice. The Orioles playing it in their own zone, bringing it up the far side, trying to center it, but taken away by the Stars. Then back toward the center by Jack Knapp, then dumped in deep by McCabe Dvorak. On the far side boards. Orioles come out with it. Sorensen almost getting an opportunity as he almost comes out with that one. Stars back the other way. 2-on-1 though as they go into the ice. No penalty will be called on that one. Play continuing down into the far side corner. Orioles looking to come out with it back into the neutral zone. They will. Here's Willie Basil. Basil at the blue line. Gets it back from Sorensen. Shot on goal that goes off the end wall. Stars behind their net with Bitter. Bitter pushes it down into the near side corner along the boards. St. Louis Park able to hold it in at the blue line. Centering feed loose, and that one just goes wide. Might have clipped off the post. Stars back the other way, but taken away by the Orioles. Sorensen again. Been a major thorn in the side of these Holy Angel Stars this afternoon. Hasn't gotten on the score sheet yet as there is no score with 15:22 to go here in the second period, but you can see how hard he's been working, and at some point you have to think he might end up rewarded for it as here coming in trying to get the backhand but getting tied up with Mobley. Good job by the Stars there. We might have a penalty coming out of that. It will be Jack Wandemacher heading to the box for St. Louis Park. So the Stars will get their second power play. We'll face off to the right of the goaltender Rash. It's controlled by the Stars. It's loose out front. Shot, they score! Noah Griswold gets the Holy Angels Stars on the board with a power play goal. It's 1-0. Griswold just finding some open ice in front of the net. Nobody between him and the goaltender Rash. He let it go. And Griswold with his 6th goal of the season. It's 1-0. Holy Angels had a power play goal coming at 1:57 of the second period. So the Stars able to strike first. Griswold sends that one back up toward Makioki. Orioles possessing it in the zone, now taken away. Makioki into the zone, trying to center it for Griswold, but he got tied up. He goes back out into the neutral zone, where Hendrickson has it for the Stars. Hendrickson trying to push it forward. That one knocked off the puck. Orioles with it along the far side boards. Now they'll send it down in deep. Miller sends it up into the corner. Sent up into the neutral zone by Flowert. They moving down into the corner. Now behind the Holy Angels net. That one goes off of Griswold's stick. Griswold, though, gets it back. Here he comes into the offensive zone. Griswold, that shot goes just wide and loudly off the end wall. Back out into the neutral zone. Blauert sending it back toward the blue line. Here come the Angels, 2-on-1. Shot on goal. That one goes high and wide. Back to get it for the Stars is Pete Laird. Orioles, though, trying to set up in the offensive zone. It's Mobley. Mobley trying to work his way around the net. Gets knocked off. Reverses direction. Get it back toward the blue line. It's that one now loose out front. That'll go up into the corner. Long shot by Riley Dvorak. There's a wraparound attempt. It's still loose. Now poked out of there by the Stars. Stars coming back the other way. 1-on-2. It's Mackie Zabinski. Zabinski gets tied up. Orioles playing it in the high part of their zone. Now they almost had the opportunity the other way. Sorensen once again making his presence known. Sorensen comes out with it. Shot on goal. Held on to by Miller. At some point, the way that Jonathan Sorensen has played for the Orioles, he's going to get something up on that scoreboard, and that's not a pleasant thought for these Holy Angels players or fans. They have that 1-0 lead. Just 4 shots on goal for Holy Angels, but all that matters is that they have the one that got through the goaltender. Stars back the other way, up the near side. There at Clough. Clough bank that one off the back of the net. Orioles trying to play it up ahead. Johnson into the neutral zone. Bank it off the boards. Sorensen will send it in deep. To force a mistake behind the net, will be played back around by the Stars. Along the near side boards, now sent out into the neutral zone, all the way down into the St. Louis Park zone. We'll have to try to play it. Johnson will try to reverse direction. He'll push it along the far side boards. Stars able to collect it there and send it in deep. That one floats in on Rash, and he'll have to cover it up. 11:55 to go here in the second period. 1-0, Holy Angels with the lead. Noah Griswold with his 6th goal of the season. Coming at 1:55 of the second period. Faced off to the left of Rash. Controlled by St. Louis Park. They'll play it around their net. Along the near side boards. Stars able to hold it in, try to get it down low to Sandy, but it was out of his reach. Orioles up into the far side corner. They come through the neutral zone. Stars will send it back toward the bench. Sandy able to knock it down. Sandy circling the net. Try to throw it toward the side of the net. That one hits the side of the cage. And send in a floating puck down into the neutral zone. Will they be corralled by the Stars? They're at the red line. They'll dump it back into the offensive zone. Off the near side boards in front of the Holy Angels bench. From the Orioles into the offensive zone, but it's played offside. And we'll have a face-off coming outside of the Holy Angels blue line. Thanks for joining us here on the Catholic Sports Network this afternoon. Patrick Lilia once again, joined by Brett Johnson. Face-off outside of the Holy Angels blue line. Puck is still loose. Now Holy Angels controls it in their own zone. Blocked as they tried to get it up ahead, and it'll go down deep into the St. Louis Park zone. Orioles play it behind their net. Almost taken away by Holy Angels as it's up into the far side corner. Orioles back the other way. Trying to get it up to Basil, couldn't do it. There's a Griswold on the far side. Almost got the one up to Newharth. Sorensen in the offensive zone. Sorensen working his way and leaves it. Oh, just out of reach was Pekarik on the redirect. Had a wide open net in front of him. Face-off coming deep in the Holy Angels zone. 10:29 to go in the second period. 1-0 Holy Angels with the lead. Face off to the left of Miller. St. Louis Park controls it. Whiffing on the speed was Johnson. Here comes Holy Angels back the other way. 3-on-2, but a good job by Johnson to get in the way of St. Louis Park, able to catch up to that one as lining up for that long blast was Zabinski, but that deflected off a stick up into the corner. Zabinski comes out with it, circling, throws that one toward the net, it wobbles in, it's still loose out front. A couple of shots are blocked. Here comes St. Louis Park back into the neutral zone. We'll dump it in down deep. Yeah, try to play it as Ryan. He'll get tied up. Play continues in the far side, near side corner rather. Battle continuing. Lengthy puck battle. Eventually the Stars come out with it. They'll play it around their own net. Send it toward the blue line, unable to be held in by the Orioles. And sent back into the St. Louis Park offensive zone. Orioles doing a good job of holding the line. Dvorak fighting down there. It pokes its way toward the net area, lining up for a blast on goal. Still loose out front, and Holy Angels able to send it all the way down. That'll go for an icing. So St. Louis Park with a couple of opportunities with those bouncing pucks out front. But Miller and the defense doing a good job for Holy Angels. With 9:07 to go in the second period, we'll have a face-off back deep in the Holy Angels zone. Sorensen will take the face-off against Klo. Off the face-off, streaking toward the net was Sorensen. He won the face-off. It's still loose. Sorensen down there, and now it's cleared out by the Stars. And this one will go down for an icing again. So a couple of pulse-pounding moments as that puck was loose in the vicinity of Nick Sorensen, or Jonathan Sorensen rather, the leading scorer for the Orioles this season. Just a tantalizing loose puck just hanging out there, and he almost was able to get that goal that he's fought so hard for this afternoon. Orioles control the face-off. That shot is blocked into traffic. Orioles pick it up in the neutral zone, banked off the near side boards. Sorensen will send it off the far side boards in deep. Angels will play it behind their own net. Stephen Blauert. That one thrown into traffic. The redirect sent up into the corner, and the Stars able to send it down into the offensive zone. Trying to catch up to that one was Tommy Seitz. The Orioles back the other way into the offensive zone, but a good job by the Holy Angels defenders to tie that one up. They'll get it back out into the neutral zone. The Orioles will reset. Now back down into the Holy Angels offensive zone. 2-on-3 with that shot ended up on the glove of Miller as he snags it. 7:53 to go in the second period. St. Louis Park just peppering Miller, 21 shots on goal. But Miller once again has stopped all 21 of them. St. Louis Park wins the faceoff, but that bleeds through to Dvorak, and he was have to turn around and they score! Will be Wandemacher who ends up with the goal. I think that was just a bad bounce that ended up in front of Miller. And Wandemacher able to put it home, and we're tied at 1. Now coming at 9:15 of the second period. St. Louis Park able to tie it up at 1. Wandemacher, the second leading goal scorer for St. Louis Park, now has his 11th of the season. So with that goal from Wandemacher, that loose puck that just ended up on his stick, able to slam it by Miller. Stars into the zone. There's a shot that goes high over the net. bank off the far side boards. Sent out into the neutral zone. Back to get it is Coleman. Coleman will try to play it behind his net. A couple of on-charging Orioles causes him to reverse direction. Now sent out into the neutral zone. Orioles will play it there. We'll bring it into the offensive zone. It's Connor Schubring. Schubring with a shot on goal that goes off the body of Miller. Stars with it along the far side boards. They'll bring it to the near side. Now into the neutral zone. There's a shot high over the top of the net by Griswold, who has the Holy Angels goal. Then the Orioles back the other way. There's Mobley. That one goes around the back of the net. Puck pops up and lands in front of the penalty box area just in front of us. Here's Mobley back into the offensive zone. Mobley, though, tied up, and it's pushed down into the corner. 6:12 to go here in the second period. 1-1 tie game. There's a wraparound attempt, still loose, stopped and held onto by Miller. Some of the Orioles players whacking away at it, and as is typical, the Stars players taking a little bit of exception to that. The Sorensen line will come back onto the ice for St. Louis Park. The face-off pushed down into the near side corner. Sorensen will play it, trying to get out of the corner. He's tied up from behind by Knapp. Unable to hold the zone. The puck will slide all the way back down on Rash, and we're going to have a face-off now at the other end with 5:50 to go here in the second period. Face-off controlled by the Orioles. They'll come back the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry, but that pass out of the reach of Baker. We'll push it down into the offensive zone. Stars will play it around their net. Trying to reverse direction, but getting tied up is Hendrickson. And the Stars back the other way. That one just out of reach of Seitz. Banked off the near side boards by Blauert, and the Stars come in offside. Face-off just outside of the St. Louis Park zone. Stars control the face-off. Sending it in deep is Laird. Orioles will play it along the far side boards. Now out into the neutral zone. Coleman back to get it for the Stars. Coleman will bank it off the near side boards. It'll be held in by the blue line. Well, we thought so, but turns out not. And we'll have an offside and a face-off outside of the Holy Angels zone with 5:01 to go here in the second period and a 1-1 tie game. Mobley to take the face-off against Clough. Face-off sent in deep by Nudeker. Stars playing it around their net. Bank it off the boards, get it up to Laird. Laird will bring it into the neutral zone. St. Louis Park sends it back into the offensive zone. That one held in by McCabe Dvorak. Stars working their way through the neutral zone. That's a shot that has to be steered aside by the goaltender Rash. In the near side corner. Dumped back in by Clough. Played behind the net by the Stars. Coming out with it, the wraparound attempt is covered up by Rash. 4:14 now to go here in the second period. 1-1 tie game. Griswold for Holy Angels and Wanmacher for St. Louis Park, the two goals. Face off to the right of Rash. The Orioles able to send the face off to the blue line, but held in. Well, they will say it was indeed an offside. The face off outside of the. Actually bring it all the way down into the Holy Angel zone. So we're going to say the puck must have been played with a high stick. St. Louis Park looking to come out with the face-off. It's still loose. Now sent out into the neutral zone. Orioles trying to reset. They'll dump that one in deep. Sorensen comes out of the corner with it. Sorensen looking to center it, but it's too wide, and the Stars come back into the neutral zone. That one goes off the skate of Johnson. The Stars able to send that one back in deep. Orioles into the neutral zone. Stars bring it in 1-on-4. Able to push that one into the near side corner. Centering attempt that kind of bounces in. It went off the stick of Makioki. It's Brenton Ryan into the zone. He has that one taken away from him from behind by Hendrickson. Hendrickson is tripped. We're going to have a penalty coming against St. Louis Park. The Holy Angels, 1 for 2 on power plays, will get their third opportunity. Riley Dvorak called for the trip. No, third power play for Holy Angels. They're 1 for 2. Face-off still loose in the circle. Finally, St. Louis Park momentarily comes out with this. A shot that goes wide by Sandy. They'll carry him all the way down into the St. Louis Park end. Miller having to get out of goal to poke that one away from an on-charging Orioles forward. Wanamaker and tied up in the corner by a pair of Holy Angels players. Stars will play it from behind their own net. Good at the head to Zabinski. Zabinski into the offensive zone. He's tied up, tries to reverse direction. Tied up again, and now sent all the way down for a St. Louis Park clear. 2:28 to go, second period. 1:17 in the tripping penalty to Riley Dvorak of St. Louis Park. The Angels trying to get something going on their third power play. It's Griswold. Griswold streaking up the far side boards. Carries it into the offensive zone, but St. Louis Park able to send it back out. Makioki up the near side. Work his way around the net. Along the far side boards. Play it down into the corner. They're able to be banked off the boards, but it held in by Holy Angels. That one cleaned up, intercepted, trying to get the clear, and a shot in on goal by Blauert, held down to by Rash. We're going to get another penalty against St. Louis Park, so 27 seconds of 5-on-3 coming for Holy Angels. Jackson hand called for the infraction. Holy Angels with the 5-on-3. Blauert working his way in. He'll leave it for, he'll take it back. As he slides it down toward Makioki. Makioki now back with it near the left circle. 9 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Holy Angels hasn't attempted a shot yet on it. 5-on-3 about to expire. Back to Blauert. Tried to center it, but a good job by Nudiker to get in the way of that one as he tips it up into the corner. Nudiker in a battle with Makioki. Battle continuing in the corner. But it's loose out front, taken away by Holy Angels. That one pops up wide of the cage, and it'll be cleared out by St. Louis Park. Flowers back to get it for Holy Angels. 41 seconds remaining in the period. They come into the offensive zone. Centering feed, they score! Griswold getting his second goal of the game. Second power play goal. And it's 2-1 Holy Angels with 32.7 remaining in the second period. Holy Angels striking twice on the power play. Noah Griswold scoring both of them. Except for the center ice face-off. A little bit of trouble getting the right personnel on the ice. Now we're ready to go. This face-off almost frozen at center ice as falling on it was Mobley. The Angels able to bank it off the near side boards. Under 20 seconds remaining. Broken stick at center ice. Nudiker chasing it down for St. Louis Park. It'll be played into the corner. Holy Angels able to hold it in. 3 seconds remaining in the period. There's Ryan at the blue line. He'll send that one in on goal. As the second period comes to an end. Noah Griswold scoring twice. Sandwiched around a St. Louis Park goal by Jack Wandmacher. And that's where we stand as we go to the second intermission. It'll be Holy Angels 2, St. Louis Park 1. We'll be back for the third period in about 15 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere.
By coming to Academy of Holy Angels, the environment is different because we are Catholic. I think we have a lot of people in society that know about Jesus, but maybe don't know him in an intimate and personal way. And I think having theology and a Catholic school enables us to really speak to those relationships and to give the students the space and the opportunity to encounter Christ every day and to incorporate that into their lives, whether it be through prayer or learning the academics about the faith. I think it gives them that opportunity to take ownership of that faith and to figure out how they can live that in the world today. I guess my philosophy is that I want my students to know that I know them and that I care about them, and when they walk into my classroom that they're loved. And I think that's the foundation for all of theology. And once we have that, we can dig in a little bit deeper and have a safe place to ask those questions, to push back and say, I'm not sure if I believe this, or why does the church teach this? And have that environment set up in a classroom so students are comfortable doing that, and that creates a really great learning environment for talking about these things that are deeply personal, especially in the teenage years with so many differing places of development. It creates that space to have those conversations. I think it's really exciting to accept students wherever they are in their journey and to walk that journey with them. And I find it really fulfilling at the end of the day when a student makes a new discovery or is excited about an aspect of faith that they didn't know before, or a student says, thank you for helping me find God.
To me, Holy Angels is home.
The reason I came to Holy Angels is because I spent a school day on campus and felt welcomed right away.
I was one of the only kids coming from my class, but within the first week, I made friends from all over the metro.
At Holy Angels, we're a family.
We're friends with everyone.
Whether you come from the Twin Cities
or China.
At Holy Angels, everyone's a star.
Stars on the court.
Stars on the field.
Stars in the classroom.
Stars in our church.
Stars on the stage.
And stars in our community.
At Holy Angels, there's more than 70 activities to choose from.
Want to get involved? No problem.
I'm the varsity football kicker, and I'm also on the Knowledge Bowl team. I'm the soccer team, and I play hockey as well.
Cross country.
Theater.
Alpine skiing.
robotics,
Volleyball.
Harry Potter Club.
basketball,
Bowling.
Speech.
Choir.
Writers Club,
Math stars.
Hockey. Band.
Soccer. Dance.
Golf.
swimming,
Trap shooting.
Track.
Tennis. Softball.
Lacrosse.
table tennis.
Football.
At Holy Angels, we have small class sizes.
Teachers know your name.
The coaches will definitely push you. They're always trying to make you a better player with your teammates.
That's all you got.
It's just so much fun because the coaches really work you hard,
Focus on the task.
but you're also having like the greatest time of your life out there on the field.
You'll actually help people.
You'll grow in your faith.
You will be a star.
And we'll cheer for you!
I want you in the class of 2022.
I want you in the class of 2022.
I want you in the class of 2022.
Because at Holy Angels, we can be stars together.
AHA Way started at Holy Angels in about 2009, and we were working with the Top 20 program at that time. And it has the premise of making things better. Are you somebody, are you the 20% of the population who operates above the line, or are you the 80% that wants to go below the line? We ask kids to be top 20 in their actions, deeds, and words.
It's funny how the thought of that can make some.
It's like 4 different parts, and communicating you matter, being part of the solution, to honor the absent, and to help each other and ourselves succeed. Here at Holy Angels, I'm a part of a club that's Students Assisting Students, and it's a club where if another student is having a bad day, whether they be one of my friends or somebody that I don't really know, they're able to go to the nurse and ask to talk to me. And through that program, I feel like I've grown a lot with the school because I've had freshmen that I barely know SAS me, and I've had some of my best friends SAS me. I feel like that kind of program helps ingrain the idea that you matter at this school and somebody's always going to be there to help you.
I think students really do care for each other and about each other. I see that in how they laugh with each other, they talk with each other, help each other in the commons before, after school with homework. I see it out on the field in terms of how they interact with each other as teammates. I think our staff has really taken it to heart in how they interact with students and how they live that out on a daily basis.
The culture in the school is based on helping others, helping each other achieve. Academy of Holy Angels is a college preparatory school, and kids come here to learn, and it is a rigorous environment. So when you help others and yourself succeed as a student, you're helping one another learn in an environment that is conducive to rigorous learning. And that permeates the environment in the way that you matter, or you're part of the solution, or you're honoring the absent. Everybody helps everybody be better.
I'm proud to be part of this institution and part of this program. It makes us unique. I don't think it's something that other schools can't achieve, but I'm glad that we were willing to take that risk and that we are able to live that out and be a role model for some other schools.
To me, Holy Angels is home.
The reason I came to Holy Angels is because I spent a school day on campus and felt welcomed right away.
I was one of the only kids coming from my class, but within the first week, I made friends from all over the metro.
At Holy Angels, we're a family.
We're friends with everyone.
Whether you come from the Twin Cities
or China.
At Holy Angels, everyone's a star.
Stars on the court!
Stars on the field!
Stars in the classroom.
Stars in our church.
Stars on the stage.
And stars in our community.
At Holy Angels, there's more than 70 activities to choose from.
Want to get involved? No problem.
I'm the varsity football kicker, and I'm also on the Knowledge Bowl team. I'm the soccer team, and I play hockey as well.
Cross country.
Theater.
Alpine skiing.
robotics,
Volleyball!
Harry Potter Club.
basketball,
Bowling.
Speech.
choir, Writers Club,
Math stars.
Hockey. Band.
Soccer. Dance.
Golf.
Swimming.
Trap shooting.
Track.
Tennis. Softball.
Lacrosse.
table tennis,
Football.
At Holy Angels, we have small class sizes.
Teachers know your name.
The coaches will definitely push you. They're always trying to make you a better player with your teammates.
That's on you guys.
It's just so much fun because the coaches really work you hard.
Focus on the task.
But you're also having like the greatest time of your life out there on the field.
You'll actually help people.
You'll grow in your faith.
You will be a star.
And we'll cheer for you!
I want you in the class of 2022.
I want you in the class of 2022.
I want you in the class of 2022.
Because at Holy Angels, we can be stars together.
Welcome back to the Richfield Arena, everybody, here on the Catholic Sports Network. 2-1, Holy Angels with the lead as we head to the third period. All 3 goals coming in the third period. 2 Noah Griswold power play goals for Holy Angels. Those bookending the Jack Wandemacher goal for St. Louis Park. So that's how we sit at 2-1. We start the third period. Play moves into the neutral zone. Here into the offensive zone is Mobley. Mobley pulls up. Mobley shook loose, and that one poked away up into the corner. Mobley with it. Great opportunity for St. Louis Park to try to tie this one up right away. Centering feed out front, taken away by Holy Angels. They'll bring it out to center ice. They'll dump it down into the corner. Mobley playing with it. Come back up the near side board, sent in by Basil. Stars playing it in their own zone with Hendrickson. Hendrickson will play it up into the neutral zone. The pressure being put on by the Orioles as it's sent into the zone by Barry. They'll play shot up into the bench, and we'll have a face-off with 15:56 to go in the regulation portion of the game. 2-1 in favor of the host Holy Angel Stars. Sorensen hasn't gotten on the score sheet, but he's done a lot of hard work for St. Louis Park as he almost comes away with that face-off. Stars play it off the boards. This one shot up and held on to in the glove by Miller. 15:48 remaining in regulation. Face off to the left of Miller. Orioles come out with it. Wandemacher, it's still loose. It's sent up onto the end wall. Centering feed is knocked down. I have a penalty coming. And the Orioles headed to the power play. So the Orioles pushing hard, trying to tie this one up. Off to a good start here in the third period. They put on some good offensive pressure. Now they're going to go on the power play. It's going to be Blauert heading to the box for Holy Angels. As the face-off carries out into the neutral zone, St. Louis Park will have to play it there. Blauert for cross-checking. Orioles streaking up the left wing side, now around the net. Here's Sorensen. Sorensen's shot is deflected wide. Orioles hold possession though. Mobley down to Sorensen. Back up to Mobley. That one sort of wobbles in. They played behind the net. Orioles setting up. Going toward the net. It's still loose. It's still loose. They score. And there is Nick Sorensen finally getting that goal. Power play goal, Nick Sorensen. He adds to his team leading total. That is his 16th of the season, and we're tied at 2. Jonathan Sorensen knots it up at 2 apiece. Oh, the Stars with 2 power play goals, and now the Orioles with a power play goal of their own. Playing around the St. Louis Park net. And after a blast into traffic held onto by Rash. It's Pete Laird. Well, the Sorensen-Wanamacher line producing again. Certainly been difficult for the Stars to keep under wraps today as both of those guys with goals. Play moves into the neutral zone, now down into the Holy Angels zone. On the near side, tipped into the corner. Sorensen coming out with it. Sorensen on the wraparound attempt. Almost snuck that one through, covered and held onto by Miller. Face off to the right of Brown, or Miller rather. As off the face off, there's a shot that Miller has to dive on. With Wanamacher who got that shot away. Play pushed down into the corner. We played around the net by the Stars, now along the far side boards. It'll be held in by the Orioles. It goes off a body and now out into the neutral zone. Orioles playing it ahead in their own zone. Mobley with it. Mobley at his own blue line. Holy Angels trying to force a mistake. Well, it's tied up on that one, trying to get the puck into the offensive zone. The Orioles circling back into the neutral zone. Almost getting tripped there with Wanamacher. Wanamacher now does go to the ice. Sorensen comes out with it. Delayed penalty coming. They score! Connor Schubring, who comes away with that one, able to sort of fall down but whack at the rebound, and St. Louis Park has their first lead of the game at 3-2 here in the third period. Schubring's third goal of the season, coming at 3:37. St. Louis Park with two quick goals here in the final frame. They have their first lead at 3-2. Here's Sorensen. He takes it away into the offensive zone. Sorensen working his way in. Sorensen able to push a shot wide, but he gets it back. This one's loose out front, and Miller will cover it up with the glove. Suddenly St. Louis Park erupting here in the third period on offense. Face-off will come to the left of Miller. St. Louis Park able to push it down into the corner. Here's Mobley coming out with it. Mobley will bank it back toward one of his teammates. Mobley playing it around behind the net. Centering fee, there's nobody there. That'll head up into the far side boards. Stars playing it around the near side. It's loose out front, and the shot got away. It was Brenton Ryan who made that happen. Still in the offensive zone for St. Louis Park. Giving it down to Ryan off the end wall. Orioles just putting on tons of pressure here in the third period. They certainly look like they are in control of this game all of a sudden. Stars into the offensive zone, trying to fight off his check, get his way around. It was Makioki. Comes back to the near side boards. Orioles through the neutral zone. That one just out of reach of Ryan. Stars will play it behind their own net. Bringing it out to center ice is Newharth. Newharth knocked off of it. Wanamacher with a shot on goal, saved by Miller. Wanamacher comes out with it. Wanamacher lost the control of it as he tried to brush the net. As Johnson plays it around. Puck is still loose behind the net. Comes out to Johnson, who fires a shot wide. Orioles, though, maintaining the offensive zone. Puck sneaks through behind the net. They're able to send that one all the way down as there was nobody home on the centering attempt. Riley Dvorak back to get it. He'll play it around his net. Orioles again playing it in their zone. Orioles into the offensive zone. Leave it for Dvorak. Dvorak knocked off of it. Centering feed bleeds through to the far side corner. Orioles now playing it in the neutral zone. Sorensen oncoming as the Stars able to send it down, but that'll be an icing, and we'll have a face-off back deep in the Holy Angel zone. So a very sudden shift in this game. Two very evenly played periods. The two power play goals from Griswold giving Holy Angels the lead going into the second intermission, but St. Louis Park coming out on fire in the third period with 2 goals. Seemingly all the action has been down in the Holy Angels' end. Now 6:14 into the final frame. St. Louis Park wins the faceoff. Play it around. Sorensen right behind the net. They score! Schubring once again. Connor Schubring has 2 goals in the third period. St. Louis Park has 3 goals in the first 7 minutes of the final frame, and they lead 4-2. So this game turning on a dime. This very evenly played game. St. Louis Park suddenly taking control in a major way here in the third period. They control the face-off. They'll play it up ahead into the zone. The stoppage of play. That went up into the bench area. From where we are at the press box, a little bit hard to tell where some of these things end up. We're pretty much right on top of the action. It's difficult to tell where that puck had actually gone up into the bench or stayed in play, but it turns out it did go up into the bench. We'll have a center ice face-off. They do show 40 shots on goal, but that being for St. Louis Park, 40 shots on goal up on the board, but I think some of those, a little bit of a quick trigger finger here at the Richfield Ice Arena. As St. Louis Park plays it through the offensive zone. They'll dump it down into the zone. Centering feed, bouncing around out in front of the net. They come away with it. It's loose. They score. That'll be Mobley getting the goal that time. Luke Mobley with his 9th goal of the season. And this offensive eruption continuing for St. Louis Park with 4 goals in the first 6 minutes and 49 seconds of the final period. The Holy Angels had to be feeling good about themselves going into the second intermission. Griswold had just given them that 2-1 lead with that power play goal. And they come out for the third period, and it's as if a completely different St. Louis Park team came out of that locker room. Dvorak holds the zone for the Orioles. Play behind the Holy Angels net. Sorensen comes out with it. The Angels able to get out to the neutral zone with it. There's a Griswold. Griswold into the offensive zone, but that one goes off of a skate. Play it around behind the net. Centering feed intercepted by the Orioles. Carried back into the neutral zone. It looked like they were going to make it there, but then it went off the stick of Baker. Into the offensive zone with Basil. Basil with a shot that goes wide up to the end wall and caroms out into the neutral zone. Dvorak playing it for the Orioles in his own end. back through neutral ice with Schubring, who has 2 goals now. Schubring will go to the ice. Delayed penalty coming against Holy Angels. Now St. Louis Park will go back to the power play, looking to add on to their third period total. Already scored 4 times. It'll be Henry Bitter going to the box for the hook. Face-off coming to the left of Miller. Stars able to control the face-off. Hendrickson will send it, but St. Louis Park able to hold it in the zone. Sorensen. Sorensen now back up high with it. Sorensen winding up for a blast that goes high off the glass. That was a very loud and high blast. But St. Louis Park able to hold the zone once again. Back to Sorensen. Down low to Mobley. Trying to get it back to Sorensen. It was intercepted, but Sorensen able to sweep that one away. As Blauert sends it in deep for Holy Angels. 1:18 to go in the power play, 8:10 in the game. St. Louis Park with a 5-2 lead, already having scored 4 times here in the third period. Sorensen will play that one around the net. St. Louis Park able to maintain the attack. That one thrown toward the net. Oh, off the crossbar. It's Basil as Dvorak winds up for a blast that goes wide, and Sorensen just misses on the rebound. Wanmacher with a blast that goes off the end wall. Back over to Dvorak. Dvorak toward the net, saved by Miller. That one shot on goal. The rebound just out of reach of Basil. Basil with that one poked away. Sorensen, though, able to get it back out. Lining up for a blast. That one's blocked, and that'll carry out into the neutral zone. Dvorak back to get it for the Orioles. 18 seconds remaining in the power play. Dvorak will carry it all the way into the offensive zone. He'll leave it behind him for Ryan. And poked away back down into the Holy Angels offensive zone. Going to play it around the net. Stars back at full strength, able to kill off the power play, but St. Louis Park put a lot of pressure on Miller in that power play as Dvorak sends that one in for St. Louis Park. Schubring into the corner. Holy Angels, Schubring takes it away. Schubring with a shot that's saved. It's still loose. It's kicked out into the corner by Holy Angels. Getting it back up top. There's a shot that goes wide that Miller has to lunge at with his stick. Holy Angels getting it out into the neutral zone. 6:17 to go here in the final frame. 5-2 St. Louis Park. Centering feed is tied up as net comes loose. So a shocking turn to this game is very evenly played first 2 periods. We went to the second intermission with Holy Angels up 2-1, and St. Louis Park coming out firing here in the third period. Scored 4 times. All of those coming in the first 7 minutes. And they take a 3-goal lead into the final 6:10. Orioles playing it in their own zone. Sent up ahead. And off the near side boards. Stars into the zone. Orioles, though, there to clear it out. Through the neutral zone, that one goes off the stick of Newharth. Griswold trying to work his way in, but he got knocked off the puck. Mobley playing it in the corner for St. Louis Park. Free out front, and it's saved by Rash up into the end wall. Late penalty coming as Rash covers up. Nudiker headed to the box for St. Louis Park. Stars are 2 of 3 on the power play. Griswold having scored both of them. And will certainly need one, and need one quickly here on this power play. Knapp taking the face-off for Holy Angels. Nudiker for the trip. 5:22 to go in the game. 5-2 St. Louis Park. Important power play here for Holy Angels if they want to have any chance of getting back in this one, and St. Louis Park gets a fortunate clear. Stars playing it out of their own zone. Intercepted at center ice. Orioles playing it in their zone as that one's intercepted. Shot on goal. Still loose out front on the rebound. Cleared out by the Orioles. Now out to center ice. There's Zabinski. Sorensen almost came away with that one. It was napped into the zone. That one poked away. Stars able to poke it down into the offensive zone. 1:08 remaining in the Stars power play. 4:32 in the game. Puck is loose out front and now eventually sent into the near side corner. And Sorensen able to clear it out to the neutral zone. And coming in offside, we will have a face-off outside of the St. Louis Park blue line with 51 seconds remaining in the power play. We'll have the face-off at center ice. Rolled by Holy Angels. Blauert will try to get that one up ahead to Seitz, but it was out of Seitz's reach, and we banked off the near side boards, and St. Louis Park gets another clear. 33 seconds remaining in the power play, a power play that the Stars most definitely needed to have. Still 27 seconds as Blauert has that one poked away, trying to get through the neutral zone. Stars into the offensive zone with Makioki and Newharth. 12 seconds now in the power play. Griswold working his way in, trying to get it to the center of the net, goes off of an Oriole stick as the power play about to expire. Nudiker back on, St. Louis Park back at full strength. Here's Blauert playing it at the red line. He's tied up there. Trying to get it back to Blauert. Blauert sends that one up into the corner. 3:11 remaining now. 5-2 St. Louis Park with the lead. Griswold banks that off the far side boards. Flipped out to center ice. Griswold sending it back in. Johnson sending it up to the center ice and then sent back in by the Stars. 2:46 to go in regulation. Stars trying to get one last desperation rush together as this one bleeds through past the blue line. Here they come, 2-on-1. As that one goes wide, trying to set up hand on the redirect. St. Louis Park able to hold the zone to Vorak as that one deflects up. It bounced off the end wall, remains in play. Vorak toward the net, it's loose off the rebound. St. Louis Park able to hold the zone for the moment, but then the Stars finally get it out to center ice. And sent back in deep by McCabe to Vorak. 2 minutes now remaining in regulation. St. Louis Park happy to just play dump and chase. This one sent in on Rash. He'll leave it for one of his teammates behind the net. Stars behind their own net. Yes, that one sent back down into the near side corner. John Meyer, one of those down there for St. Louis Park. It's loose into the midsection of Miller, and he'll hold on with 1:19 to go. So some positives to be taken out for Holy Angels from this game. They played very good hockey for the first two periods. Unfortunately for them, the third period proved to be the killer. And St. Louis Park quickly took control right out of the gate here in the final frame. Scored 4 times in the first 7 minutes of the third period. And have pretty much dominated every aspect of this final period, even with that shot on goal. They've just had constant offensive zone pressure, just throwing everything at Miller this entire period. Now we're under a minute to play. And Lewis Park through the neutral zone. Centering feed bleeds all the way through into the corner. That one gets by Ryan. Under 40 seconds to play. Cross-ice pass for Hendrickson. And Lewis Park banks that one off the far side boards back into the Holy Angel zone. Here's Blauert. Blauert pushes that one up ahead. Tied up at the blue line. Zabinski with it on the near side. He'll play that one up ahead. 10 seconds remaining in the game. Now down into the near side corner. And 3 seconds to play. And that'll do it. Disappointing finish for Holy Angels after a strong start to this game. They played very tight with St. Louis Park for the first 2 periods, took a 2-1 lead into the second intermission, but St. Louis Park absolutely dominating that third period. They scored 4 times in the first 7 minutes of the final frame, including 2 goals from Connor Schubring, and the Orioles will leave Richfield Arena with a 5-2 win this afternoon. Thanks everybody for tuning in here on the Catholic Sports Network. I'm Patrick Lilia for Brett Johnson. We'll talk to you next time. Have a great night, everybody.